Thank you for tuning in to No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson and my co-host Terry Crony. And I have a special guest with us today. This is Ms. Priscilla McCauley. She will be joining us talking about her book, and I'm so excited about this. So we're going to continue our discussion that we had from our last episode of unhealthy relationships and why do we stay. So, Priscilla, tell us about your book.
So, I just finished my book. It's called Little Girl Who Am I? The Journey in Finding Me. It's a story of my life, my pitfalls, the things that I've gone through to get me to the point I am now.
So, when you say your journey, your life, and your pitfalls, can you go into a little bit depth about that? Because we're talking about unhealthy relationships and why do we stay? So give us a little entail about your life and pitfalls.
Okay. Just majority of the pitfalls was me trying to find relationships, trying to find love, trying to find the right man. And when you're young, you don't understand that. You're just looking for something you have no idea what it is. I had no idea what love was. Once I truly gave myself to the Lord, I understood what love was and understood that my journey started because of my relationship with my dad. And so I needed a man. I felt I needed a man to justify me and to let me know I'm beautiful, to let me know when actually I did not, but you don't know that as a little girl. All you know is I want what I see on TV. I want what I see in the world, and that's where I'm.
You made a good point in saying identifying what were you looking for and you don't know based off the relationship from your dad. So in our last episode, again, the overall question is why do we stay? I did have a person reach out to me and ask the question, and they were saying, why do women stay in relationships when they know their mate or person may be abusive to their child? And it can even be sexually. And so when I pondered on that, we think about the different types of manipulation that comes, the different type of love that we're searching for. Right. So I explained to that person that people stay in those type of relationships because it's been their unbroken pattern behind them. So if you come from a household because our first relationship is anybody's always with our parents, whether it's the mother and father, whether it's just a mother, whether it's just a father, but even the lack of for one, that relationship is still there, and what you form in your head, as you said, what you see from the world, what you make up in your mind, what you want. And so I explained to her at that time, I said, you know, if there was a history, that mother or person was kind of taught to stay in that. Well, because mom stayed in an unhealthy relationship and she knew that her boyfriend or somebody was, you know, beating me or abusing me. So then when she gets into a relationship and that person might be doing harm to her child, that's their norm. And so they stayed in an unhealthy relationship. And then we have that imagination of the love that you're looking for. And thinking if I stay, somehow they're going to conform to what it is that you're looking for. And you're hoping and wanting that person to change to the love that you're looking for.
I think for me, you know, everybody is looking for love. Like, everybody's looking for love, and love requires different tactics to each individual. I think a lot of times in this generation, like a lot of people aren't willing to bend and break, because everybody can get loved how they need to be loved. It's, you know, a give and take, and that's even with children, you know, with your siblings, your spouses, and things of that nature. But I think, you know, it does, like you said, it starts at home. And I think that's why I'm so mushy and so lovey-dovey. You know, just, you know, shout out to my mom, First Lady Girl, who's actually doing our videotape.
Hey, Mom!
Yes, she's in the house. But she's such a mushy, caring person, and so I think that's why I turned out to be that mushy, caring person. And so for me, like, her love is what, you know, I banked off of, you know what I mean? And that kind of stimulates where it took me in any relationship, even with my children. But yeah, we definitely, have to take from our parents and the guidance that we had, growing up, because it definitely shapes us into the people that we are. And that's why it's so prevalent for us to give off love to our children, because what it does is it breaks that toxicity that just keeps generating. It's like a generation of loveless people that just keep on, it's a trigger, pivotal moment, I think, for us to do that. So we're definitely gonna have to check out that book. Definitely have to check out that book. I think it's gonna be a good read.
Yeah. What's the title of that again?
Yeah.
Little Girl Mama.
Little Girl Mama. Where can they find that at? Is that
It's right now, it's just being edited. So it's
okay.
full blown, but finished right.
But it's in there. Yeah, you got it started. Well, that's what's up. We're super excited for you. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be live back in the studio with our special guest on No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson. We'll be right back.
You've been tuned in to No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson. Make sure you don't go anywhere, because coming up later on in the episode, we're giving a major shout out to a team for Teen Crush Tuesday. Keep on crushing.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in with No Longer Broken. I am Jessica Johnson, my co-host Terry Croney, and our special guest, Miss Priscilla McCauley. I am so excited that you are here with us. When we left off, you were sharing with us about your book and talking about how the book was formed and how it came about. And we were just still touching on why people have stayed in unhealthy relationships. So, last episode that we did, I talked about coming from a broken home where my father was very physically abusive to my mother and my brothers, and how he molested me. And then for me as a young mom, I had unhealthy relationships, just as a young girl, just even dating. So the few serious relationships that I had, they were unhealthy in a sense where it wasn't a committed relationship. So I'm staying in these unhealthy relationships because the love that I was looking for, I knew I was not going to tolerate a man beating me. Yeah. I knew that, because seeing my mother get physically abused with my dad, that I had enough sense to not tolerate, but I didn't have enough sense or confidence in myself and love for myself to not allow a man to mistreat me in the form of cheating on me, being unfaithful, lying, living together, and he wouldn't even help pay the bill. So I took a lot of those other things on the count of he's not beating me. And so then I even put, now that I officially have 3 adult children.
Yes, happy birthday to the twins.
Yes, they just turned 21 3 weeks ago. So I am a grown up with 3 grown ups, and my son is here with me again. So grateful that he supported me through this. Yes, but I had to have conversations with my children now about those things that I exposed them to, and how that even jeopardized them in relationships that they have been involved in, because it was the patterns that mommy put in front of them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't healthy, especially with my girls. My son was a lot reserved and laid back. He didn't, for him, relationships wasn't a big thing. And I think it was part of because it was like, yeah, my mom's messed up. So,
but to piggyback off of that, not to cut you off, you were breaking a generational curse. And that goes back to what we said before commercial break, is you have to start somewhere. And so once we know as a person that, hey, that's not really how I want to feel, that's not really how I like to feel, so let me train my kids in the way they should go, and show them how, it's supposed to be. Even as a single parent, when I was a single mother, I really, try to instill in my kids how a relationship should look, how a relationship should be. When you get in a relationship, don't just, get in a relationship and be a cheater or, play with people's hearts. And so it starts even when they're little, it's like, just start off being friends. You want to break that cycle. I think starting off being so young, being in relationships, it starts a super long process. So when we're in those relationships at 14, 15, and we're thinking we're in love, like we said the last episode.
Mommy, I love him. That is just the number one thing.
Yeah.
I swear they know the world.
there like a aha moment, as Jessica stated?
Yeah.
Was that what was the pivotal moment that you came up to where you wanted to write that book? Was it like a journey of yours? That did you always want to write a book?
No.
Okay.
I had no desire to write any book because to me I was exposing myself.
Yeah.
When God opened up the door for me to go to school to be a spiritual life coach, that's when my book came to. Because when they asked me, you need to write a book, you need to share your story and it'll bless people. And I'm like, but my story to me is just my story.
Yeah.
And so writing the book, it was therapy for me.
Yeah.
Because there's a section where I did have a relationship and the person, and that was mine. I wish somebody would hit me. Because that's what I saw, but I left out him being mentally abusive, verbally abusive.
Yeah.
And so I stayed in that relationship for 14 years.
Ooh.
Out of fear.
Man.
Fear that because I had been broken down so much, no one else will want me. No one else is gonna see me as use.
Yeah.
So you felt like this was it. This is the best that I can get.
Yeah.
So he's here. He's accepted.
Yeah.
So then you accepted that life.
Have someone.
Exactly.
Actually, I did not have anyone. I had a leech.
A spiritual leech. A spiritual leech.
Yes.
And so but that's how my book came about, and it was therapy for me. It was easy to talk about it, but for me to read it.
Yeah, and really, a lot of women are actually going through, if not more or nonetheless, the same things that we have experienced, and it might not be on the same level, but at some point, I think all women. And not to knock the gentlemen, because I think men go through some of the same feelings and emotional things that we do. Of course, we kind of be a little dramatic without ours. Most of us are writing books and poems and long statuses on Facebook,
Don't forget the songs.
Honey, the songs. Yeah, but that's really good, because that is a healing process to write. I know my mom's always been a writer, writing down thoughts and things like that. And so it actually is a free feeling to get those out, because now it's no longer in your head and actually it's coming out of your heart, and so you're able to write those things down. Good job on that. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have an announcement to make with the one and only Jessica Johnson on No Longer Broken. Don't go anywhere.
I would like to acknowledge my last Teen Crush Tuesday shout outs that we had since the last time was Kiara Calhoun. She was the Teen Crush Tuesday. Kiara is attending Ball State. She is majoring in fashion and design. Teen Crush Tuesday.
Which team did that dope jacket?
That's Kiara. That's the one at Ball State for fashion, and that's with her degree is fashion and apparel. So parents, Teen Crush Tuesdays. If you want your team to be featured as a Teen Crush Tuesdays, you can email me at blessedasim17@gmail.com. You can submit a bio of your teen or young adult, and then send me a respectful, decent picture of them, and we will get those shout outs posted on Tuesday. So I already got a couple of submissions that came through for tomorrow, so I'm excited about those. But we will welcome your submissions.
Yes. And congratulations to
yes. It's to put a positive narrative on our youth and our young adults here in the city. And actually, I have one from my cousin all the way from St. Louis, but Cortez actually is in Arizona right now for college. So I'm getting some submissions, guys. So it's not just based here in Indy. So if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, Blessed As I Am, you can also DM me then and hit your submissions that way as well. So we welcome it all. Again, this is changing the narrative on our youth and our young adults in our cities to make sure they get a highlight of positive instead of the negative, and then bringing forth their talents and their gifts that they have to offer. I would also like to shout out, you saw my t-shirt, guys?
I love it.
Teen Fashion Week. My t-shirt was made by Ron Adams, trendsetter. He's also a rated R DJ. This is for the registration for the Teen Fashion Week fashion show. Again, we're open registration for teen and young adult models ages 15 to 23. We are looking for models, performers, production crew, photographers, hairstylists, makeup artists, what else? We see models, performers. Even if you don't want to be on the stage, again, that production crew part. If you're a fashion designer, if you're a vendor, maybe you got your own business at a high school age and you got jewelry you're making or selling products. I actually went to one of my daughter's fashion shows at Ball State, and there was a young girl there. You're from Indiana. I think she is a student there as well. She's making homemade facial products, and I bought two of her products.
Yes.
It's called 5-Star Beauty. I use her facial products now, and they're natural. So if you are a vendor, we are welcoming you all to register, and you can go to teenfashionweek.eventbrite.com for that as well if you want to register. And look out, because we're going to be posting our official model call date coming up in May. You will see that post on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Make sure to stay tuned, because Jessica got some really dope things coming up. It's going to be a heck of a summer. You definitely want to be a part of what this beauty has.
Yes, y'all don't want to miss out, teens and young adults. This is for you. This is going to be a fashion shoot for you and by you. We want to promote your talents here in the city. And again, if you out of state and you see this, we will welcome you.
Yes, come on.
Come on with it. We are excited to have you. I am Jessica Johnson with No Longer Broken. I have my co-host. Look at this beautiful, amazing Terry Crowley.
Thank you.
And my special guest, my big sister. Again, I'm so grateful that you came down to talk about your book. I can't wait till the editing and everything is done. Your publishing. This is Miss Priscilla McCauley. So guys, I also got to admit, the commercial break, we've been cutting up. We've been cutting up. That's when you know you just got something good. This ain't fake. We're literally having real live, just cutting up discussions and just sharing our stories even more. But you have an announcement for us as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are at theretreatusa.com. Make sure you guys check us out. Major shouts out over there to my husband Ronnie and our business partner Marquis Wilder. Make sure you book with us. You can check out our pictures and some past events that we have going on. Coming up April 17th, we do have a speed chasing couples game going down at the retreat. So make sure you get over to eventbrite.com and check that out. It's definitely a vibe.
What is it? When I first met you, there it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's our tag, the Retreat USA. It's a vibe. Yeah.
I love it. Y'all see that natural? We just been having so much fun.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of No Longer Broken with Jessica Johnson. I'm your co-host, Terry Crowley. Make sure you get on over and join us on Facebook and Instagram at Blessed As I Am. Stay tuned to part 3 next Tuesday coming up with our special guest, Miss Priscilla.